Hi, I'm back, and just a quick story that I just ran across that has just come out in the news in this area. Um, if you all know, Sevier County, Tennessee, is Dolly Parton's home county. That's where she grew up, where she was raised. Um, Evidently, there was a woman who had abused her children, and in December, I'm assuming maybe the 1st of January, uh, she called 911 and reported that she had a 3-year-old that was non-responsive. He had fallen and he was unresponsive. So 911 came. They took him to LeCompte Medical Center. And come to find out, after he was transferred to Children's in Knoxville, and then he died on January the 11th. It was reported that she had caused all the abuse and the torture that this child had went through, and there was 4 other children in the home. There was a 12-year-old boy, 2 10-year-old boys, and a 2-year-old little girl. And I'm going to read what the news article said about the case. And I'm going to try to keep up with this one because it is so close, sort of like the Summer Wells case. But I would really like to find out what happens with this woman. And as I've said so many times before, had Summer Wells case had happened in Sevier County, Jefferson County, or even Cott County, things would not have went on this long. This woman, they called 911, Sheriff's Department, Child Protective Services got involved, and this woman's sitting in jail with a $1 million bond. Plain and simple. That quick. Especially Sevier County. They don't waste no time. And they don't pussyfoot around. Plain and simple. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments below, especially if this is, something you're interested in, because I do plan on keeping up with it and finding out when she goes to jail. She's a monster, and I really want to find out who the other person was. The way they were describing it in that news article sounded sort of familiar, like with the West case. So I'm wondering if maybe it was a minor that helped her, seeing as how they didn't name that person. So listen to the news articles and then leave your comments below, guys. And I'll see you next time. Sevier County woman indicted on first-degree murder charges, neglect of 4 other children. The court document said that Behunin reportedly recklessly killed her 3-year-old boy while abusing him. The Sevier County woman faces 13 charges, including first-degree murder and abuse of her 3-year-old son and the neglect of 4 other children under the age of 13, according to a presentment and media release obtained by WVLT News. Brenda Behunin, 33, was indicted on first-degree murder, felony murder, aggravated child neglect, aggravated child abuse charges on children under the age of 8. Behunin recklessly killed her own 3-year-old boy while abusing him, according to the court documents. The child allegedly suffered serious bodily injury from his mother and another person. According to one of the charges, Behunin pulled out his hair and struck him in the genitalia and genital area. The Sevier County Sheriff's Office stated it first initiated the investigation after the toddler was transported to LeCompte Medical Center by ambulance from a residence on Sims Road in Sevierville after receiving a 911 call of an unresponsive child. The boy was transported to East Tennessee Children's Hospital in Knoxville, where he was pronounced dead on January the 11th. Based on an investigation, it was determined that the child's injuries were from his mother, despite the first report to authorities that he had fallen, officials said. In the court documents, she was also accused of torturing the toddler by withholding nourishment and basic needs from the boy while failing to seek and provide proper medical and health care following any injuries. The abuse lasted from December 2021 to January 2022, and the neglect was in a time frame of 2018 to January 2022, officials said. Two 10-year-old boys were also listed as victims in the charges. The documents show that Behunin or another person who was allowed or directed to inflict injury on the children or their siblings in each other's presence, resulting in neglect which was especially horrendous or cruel, or involved the infliction of torture. One of the boys listed on the document suffered from serious bodily injury. As a result, according to the charges were performed in a time frame of 2018 through January 2022. Another child, a 12-year-old boy, was also abused in 2018 and 2019, which left him with serious bodily injury, the document stated. According to the presentment, the last count involved a 2-year-old female. Behunin reportedly knowingly and cruelly neglected the child from September 2019 through January 2022. The Sevier County Sheriff's Office led the investigation. The woman was booked into the Sevier County Jail Wednesday morning on a $1 million bond and will appear in court for arraignment on March the 21st at 9 a.m. A Department of Children's Services representative confirmed to WVLT News that the four children are safe and being cared for. According to Sevier County Sheriff Ron Seals, an investigation by detectives and the Department of Children's Services contradicted the mother's initial report that the child was injured in a fall. A grand jury returned indictments February the 28th, accusing Behunin of injuring her child. According to Sevier County indictment, Behunin faces charges of first-degree murder, first-degree felony murder, 12 counts of especially aggravated child abuse of a child under the age of 8, 2 counts of child neglect of a child under the age of 8, 1 count of child neglect of a child under the age of 18. She is being held in Sevier County Jail on $1 million bond. Well, that's what it reads, guys. So check back. Don't miss. Let's find out what happens to her, see when she goes to prison, and see how many years she gets for all those charges. She needs to spend at least 50 years there, in my opinion. How can a mother do that to her child? It's unreal. What is this world coming to? My heart goes out to these kids. Anyways, like, subscribe, and come back and see me tomorrow, guys.